want to thank Almighty Father for this opportunity you've called us today. And even Lord, as we share your word, I commit that you may guide me through, O Lord, and even share this wonderful word with all of us. Let our hearts receive you, O Lord. We therefore come before you with thanksgiving, Almighty Father, who is present first for we pray in Jesus' name. Yeah, please. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Bwana asifiwe. I want to thank God so much for this time. I thank God for the opportunities given us today. And this is a very important day for all of us. And especially as we pass through the Lent period, the time of prayer, the time of meditation. Therefore, my friends, I love Jesus Christ as my personal Savior. I gave him my life to him, and he has done many wonders in my life. And therefore, this day, I want us to share from the book of Isaiah. For those of us who may not be very conversant, the book of Isaiah is a very interesting book. It is divided into 3 sections. First section, from chapter 1 to 40, is about the life of Isaiah and the experience required of a person who has not received Christ. From 40 to 50 is about what really God is telling us that time. And the last one is what we call the eschatology. We speak about the coming of our Lord, the second coming of his name. Therefore, it has 66 books. And therefore, there are so many messages in the book of Isaiah. There are so many messages, and it's a prophet who wrote so many things for a very long period. But today, I want us to share from a very simple verse what we call quenching the spiritual thirst. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, where Isaiah calls the people to worship him, and so that God can provide them the thirst could be quenched. It says this: "Come, all of you who are thirsty, come to the waters, and you'll have no money. Come, buy and eat." This message is very real today. And therefore, when I was trying to discover, to understand the book of, to understand the word thirst, in the Oxford Dictionary, it means this: 1, sensation of dryness in the mouth and need for drinking water. The other is suffering caused by being unsatisfied. And number 3 is strong desire for something, yearning and grieving, for example, money, land, property, and many other things. And when we talk about thirst, it is that experience we get when we need particular things. It can be in form of water, for example, when we need water. Like what's happening even today, even the animals, like what you see in the screen, they desire for water, they fight for water, they grow for water. In fact, some was in the northern areas where there is this one like theater and other places, people compete and fight for water because of what we call thirst. And therefore, thirst is a very active ingredient in our lives, and people can fight for it and struggle for it. There are so many types of thirst in our life, not necessarily for water. One thirst that can be there is like grieving and yearning for something. I've talked about, for example, money. There are people who can keep and even destroy because of money. When you walk with money around, they can easily finish you. They have to kill you purposely to get money. We have things like land, for example. People who yearn and work for land. And when they see empty land, they can steal. What ask you, sir? I think it is really in Kenya whereby people even can steal, even graveyards, because they want land. And they yearn and they buy any land all over the place, so long as the order is not very clear. That is what we call thirst for land. We have things like, for example, thirst even for trucks. We have people who take trucks. They take it, the bad trucks, like Pan and Bogain and all that. They take pole. And in Africa, they cannot even leave them. They become prison. They are imprisoned by those trucks. They become slaves, and they have to worship those things, and that's the way of life. Even drinks, even wine, for example. There are people who have craved. And the way you begin, it is very simple. You crave gradually, until you are becoming part and parcel of it. And it becomes thirst in your life. Every time you look at wine, you want to take it. And what happens in this? One, you are enslaved. you become a slave of drug of wine. You become a slave of what you are saying. For example, even things like peer pressure. There are people who cannot stay without friends, and they become so dependent on them, and if they cannot even decide their own things. You have that task of friendship. And therefore, there are so many areas that are kind of tasks are coming in. The other thing is things like for example, immorality, for example. There are people who desire to have many partners. And they can have one girlfriend, they add to be 2, they become 10. And I'm not sure what they are doing with 10 girlfriends at the same time. I don't understand. And even boyfriends. You can have somebody who has 1,000 of them. And this is very interesting. And this task will never take us anywhere. It will destroy, it will imprison us. A very classic example is the story we get in the book of 1 Kings chapter 21, verse 1. Verse. Which is talking about somebody called Naboth. I want us to read that. 1 Kings chapter 21. It's talking about somebody who actually yearned for land and even fought and even killed somebody for land. It is in the book of 1 Kings chapter 21. Yes, it's this one. Sometime later, there was an incident involving a vineyard belonging to Naboth, the Jezreelite. The vineyard was in Jezreel, close to the palace of King of Samaria, Ahab of Samaria. Ahab said to Naboth, let me have your vineyard to use for vegetables gardens, which it is close to my palace. In exchange, I will give you a better vineyard, or if you prefer, I will pay whatever it is worth. But Naboth replied, the Lord forbid that I should give you the inheritance of my ancestors. So Ahab went home, sullen and angry, because Naboth, the Jezreelite, has said, I will not give you the inheritance of my ancestors. He laid on his bed, suckling, and refused to eat. His wife Jezebel came to him and asked him, why are you so silent? Why won't you eat? He answered her, because I said to Naboth, the Jezreelite, send me your vineyard, or if you prefer, I will give you another vineyard in its place. But he said, I will not give you my vineyard. Just as his wife said, is this how you act as king of Israel? Get up and eat, cheer up, and I'll get the vineyard of Naboth from the Jezreelite. Look, this very interesting thing. The land does not belong to her completely. It belongs to a very poor person called Naboth. And this king says, give me this vineyard so that I can plant my vegetables. And this man said, no, this land belongs to my people, my ancestors. I am not able to give. And this man became angry and very annoyed because of Naboth. Can you be annoyed for somebody's property once he has refused to sell it to you? I think this was a very foolish thing of a king of her. Can you be angry if I tell you I'm not selling you this? You can't. But foolishly as a king, pride and thirst for land was very annoyed for what happened. And even Jezebel planned the killing of Naboth. And actually Naboth died just because of refusing to sell what it is his. And therefore, my friends, there are many consequences which come as a result of need for thirst. Another example is found in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 11, verse 1 and following. This one is about this man called David. David was very idle. And the people had gone to war to fight. And David was walking in this palace, happy and moving all over. And he saw this lady who was walking naked. Her name was Bathsheba. David began asking the questions, whose wife is that? No, let us take it very clearly. David had so many wives. But he saw only one wife washing naked. I don't even know why Bathsheba washed that. Is it possible? Unatoa nguo unaangusha chini yote, and you wash in public places. Hello? I don't understand why, but it's very interesting. But however, what was David doing? An idle man was walking around, and there are so many wives in this place, and he saw only one wife, Bathsheba. And she said, whose wife is that? Then he sent some people to go and call her. And they talked and talked and talked. What happened finally? She became a girlfriend of David. Yet David has so many wives. Si kama hata wa 10 si wangeambia watoe nguo alafu waone. What was the deal? That is what we call thirst. And he yearned for this lady and got this lady and messed with her, and I don't know how many times she slept with her. We are not told how many times, maybe 10 times, I don't know. But ideally what happened, this lady became pregnant, and he planned the killing of Uriah. What thirst can do in our life, in a person, is killing and destroying. And therefore what happened is that this man actually was killed, not for anything. Not for anything, because of greed and thirst, and destroyed everything. These are replica of what's happening even in our nation today, where people can steal and kill just for property, just for money, just for land, just for women and men, and people kill and destroy somebody just to gain something. Because let me tell you, my friends, if you are asked like this fellow, after sleeping with Bathsheba for so many times, alipata nini? Nothing. It's just thirst which can destroy. And therefore this is a replica of what's happening in our nation today. That people can steal and kill just for property. And therefore in the book of Isaiah we are told, come and take the living water. When you receive the living water, this thirst will disappear. One aspect. If you have been taking drugs gradually and you become addicted, God is speaking to us today that we need to take the water from Christ, who will quench our thirst entirely. And therefore, in the book of Isaiah, when God says, come, all those who are thirsty, come to the living water. God is calling on all of us who are thirsty. He will permanently quench our thirst. No one of us will rest until we allow our thirst to be quenched by God. But that's yes. You'll never rest. If you have thirst of immorality, you'll keep on running and running and running. Solomon had 1,000 wives, 700 official wives, and 300 takeaways. If you have 1,000 wives, for example, what happens? Are they actually your wives? This is just human thirst. Today we are talking about people stealing money, for example. If today you are given 1 billion pillar plan, I think the agenda will change. Hello? And therefore, you steal what is not belonging to you. You just literally steal and punctuate it and become a smart thing, a smart deal. And again, they call it a smart deal. And you have stolen money for people. We have this case of Kim and Aaron, for example. What was shocking to me is that 21 billion is not 2 shillings. Those of us who know mathematics, to all this 21 billion, can you calculate? This 1,000 times what? Times what? It's a whole big cup of money. But that money is not yours. We destroy a nation because of corruption at times. And I always believe the DCI should actually investigate. And whoever has messed that money, I believe has to be changed. Because we are destroying a livelihood of our own nation. Even the Tare, even other places, You've heard that people are hungry in the TRT and other places. Why are people hungry? Yet we put food from Eldoret to TRTs. It's not far. Yet even the farmers have not even received their maize. They have not been bought. They're in the stores. Fast. Somebody wants to kill from somewhere. And therefore God is speaking to us today through this message that we need the thirst to be quenched by God. What happens when your thirst has been quenched? Number one, in verse 33, in chapter 55, verse 36, God opens our eyes and we'll find abundant life in God. If you are contented with what God has given you and struggle as per your limits, you will receive what we call abundant life from God. You'll have a life of contentment, a life of victory. Number two, He will make an everlasting covenant with us. We will be His people and He will be our God. Number three, He will give us unfailing love. The love of God will always be with us. And whatever we have, God will be pleased with whatever we have. Number four, He will display His power and strength among His people. And people will see how much you are blessed. Neighbors will acknowledge that God has blessed us and has given us this. But if we steal money and we are caught, it's not right. And therefore we should shape our lives and live a life that is pleasing before God. Number five, He will command all nations and people to obey you and respect you. Even people are known to you. And number six, God will have made you glorious. The glory of God will always be with you. Just like Moses when he was in the wilderness, when he was in the tent of meeting, the glory of God was always able to be with him. When your thirst is quenched by God, you have a heart of contentment and satisfaction. I like that. When you receive God, He'll give you a heart of contentment. You'll not be stealing anything from anybody, but you'll be serving faithfully in your work. Salary you are getting, let it be enough. But you're able to build up your ground and using your own money to the glory of God. You'll have a heart of satisfaction. You are satisfied with what God has given you. You know, some people cannot be satisfied at times. You eat and you don't satisfy yourself. You know, when I want about wanakula, our party, it is satisfaction. Because that's not theirs. But when God has given you whatever has given you, it will satisfy you socially, spiritually, and even your own desires. And you'll always be saying, yes, God has provided me for this. And even the Lord I'm paying is duly because I went for it. But when you steal money, you'll never succeed in life. My friends, young people who are here today, and all of us who are here, let the Spirit of God always satisfy us, and we serve God faithfully. What happens when there is thirst in our lives? Number one, we grumble and complain, and we are going to go to blame game. And this can be seen in the book of Exodus chapter 17. When you are thirsty, you will always complain of anything. You will always look for any blame. Be it your family, you will always look your fiancé as a problem. And even vice versa, you look the other one as a problem. And every time you claim, you have so many issues to discuss, and you never succeed. You will crumble and crumble for nothing. And you create a problem even when there is no problem. And therefore, when you receive Christ, you get the strength and the victory in you. I like what is there in Judges chapter 15, where there's this man called Samson. He fought the Philistines for a very long time, and he was so thirsty. But when he came to God, God provided him water to quench his thirst, and he regained strength. And therefore, when we get God in our lives, He will always provide strength in all circumstances. Maybe this morning you are weak. The only answer is accepting the water from God. The living water, which will always change every circumstance. And the world, your life will always be that which is pleasing before God. Another example I want us to say today is the last sentence in the book of John chapter 4 about the Samaritan woman. And what was very interesting with this lady is that this lady was one, a Samaritan woman. That means he never came from the Jewish community. And therefore, the respect between the Jewish community and the Samaritan women were not that cordial. They were taken by the Jewish as if they were backward in some nature. But interestingly, this lady comes to the well at noon, which was a very unique circumstance. In the Jewish context, people went to water, like women went for water, either in the morning or in the evening. One, because it was they go as a group, they come back as a group in the evening. And this lady went there when she was just alone at noon. What could have been the problem with this lady? One, she was she was looking for friends. And she might have been living a life which is not pleasant. In fact, history is telling us she had so many husbands and none of them actually was living with her. And therefore, morally, she was not upright. Number two, she was not respected. And therefore, she went at this time. Just like the Bathsheba, doing what was the opposite, washing at the middle of nowhere, the public places. This lady also was able to do that. By going to fetch water was something else. But interestingly, he met Jesus at the well. And when she met Jesus at the well, Jesus was able to talk to her. And I like the last verse who says, I'll give you living water. And this Samaritan woman became saved and changed her life. My friends, this morning, God is calling us. God is speaking a very clear message to us this morning. That He requires us to accept Him so that we can quench our thirst. That we receive Christ as Lord and Savior and change our life. We can say the next, for example, the book of Psalms chapter 4 verse 1, and even Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 13, and Zechariah. Psalms chapter 4 verse 1, Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 13, and Zechariah chapter 13 verse 1. Our souls desire this spiritual water. You come to Him with a repentant heart, and especially this time of Lent. As a young man, as an old man, do you desire for this word? Come to Him now. The book of John chapter 7 verse 37 says, let anyone who is thirsty come to me and drink. Any one of us who is thirsty. Maybe there's something that has been disturbing your life as a young person. You've been looking for so many things in our life and you have not been able to attain it. And you fought and struggled and fight and all these things. Maybe you have been struggling for things you're not even there. You have been even having a salary which is not even enough. There's no time you have been satisfied with what you have. Maybe in your marriage you have not been satisfied. You've stayed there maybe for 10 years, 5 years, 15 years. And even 25 years like some of us. But there's no time you have been satisfied. Come to Christ and your family will be satisfied because of you. Times you can live a life of dissatisfaction, a life of resentment, a life which is not pleasing. We just heard about a lady who just killed herself. And the story was because the boyfriend left her. Now I can do directly. Satisfaction is what God is calling us to do this morning. But there's something that has been disturbing your heart. You've never been satisfied. You've indulged in so many things which have destroyed your life. God is speaking to you to come to Him, and He will surely satisfy you and give you whatever you need. Is it a husband you have been looking for a long time? Is it a boyfriend you have been looking for, a serious husband? Is it something you have been looking for employment for a long time? Is it something you have been fighting for? You are looking for property all over, side and up and down. God is speaking to us today that He will surely provide for that thirst, and He will surely quench our thirst. Bwana asifiwe sana. I want us to stand. Let us all stand.